that Island seniors and the hospital and nursing home staff who will care for them will have a place they can truly call home. I must thank the wonderful Martha's Vineyard Hospital and Windermere Board of Trustees, many of whom are here today, for the deep moral commitment and both at the hospital and at the current nursing home. To our visionaries and partners at Navigator, for never giving up the dream, for not blinking, and for knowing, despite every obstacle, hoop, and potential barrier, that this was indeed the right thing to do for our seniors in our community. And to the many volunteers who stood with us, and who, without being paid a cent first, put hours and hours and hours of hard work into the plan, the regulatory processes, the legal processes, town processes, and then some to get us the approvals into where we are at this moment. I would just close by saying how blessed I feel to be part of this amazing community. There is such a generosity of spirit and goodwill in our hospital. I've been reflecting on this good world. There's an old Irish proverb that comes.
I've been known as double trouble, so that might apply. Susan Ryan is currently the Chief Executive Officer of a newly formed organization called the Center for Innovation. It's a nonprofit parent of the Greenhouse Project and the Pioneer Network, two organizations dedicated to changing the design and culture of elder care communities across the United States and around the world. Through the creation of small-scale greenhouse care communities and education about person-centered care practices, CFI works to build the next generation of high-quality services and supports that enhance the dignity and empowerment of elders everywhere. Susan has spent decades working with elders as a nurse and change engine in a variety of elder care settings, and helped to lead her previous organization's transformation through culture change. These dry words, however, mask the passion, intelligence, and skill, I should also say persistence, with which she responds to local community needs from groups like ours across the country. We first met in 2014 when I was trying from Healthy Aging to find a non-institutional model of nursing home for my beloved husband, Ben, who had Alzheimer's. When I researched the greenhouse model, with its strong emphasis on elders continuing to live a meaningful life with person-directed care in small homes with an empowered staff, I found Susan Ryan, who has been our greenhouse champion ever since. Support for this model grew slowly across America and on MV, where multiple feasibility studies indicated that the island's surging elder care population could financially support a nursing home. With greenhouse support, local advocacy, and a courageous new leader, in 2018, Martha's Vineyard Hospital decided to develop this alternative to the beloved and such high quality Windermere. The rest of this story you've already heard. Today, there are over 400 greenhouse homes across the country, and Navigator is proud to be among them. Susan Ryan has been an enthusiastic, skillful collaborator and advisor to those of us engaged in building this new service since 2014. Her larger goal, however, is the transformation of America's nursing home industry, so tragically impacted by COVID. Navigator hopes that the greenhouse model and our particular project will play a small part in this important work. It is an honor to introduce my friend and colleague, Susan Ryan.
But those are powerful words from a powerful woman. I can't tell you what a thrill it is to be here today, and I remember so well when I first met Patty Moore. There's some takes that bold, courageous leadership that it sees a better way and embraces it and goes all in. But Patty wasn't alone, and good leaders know they don't run alone. They know that it takes a village, and they know that it takes other leaders. It would be a couple of years after I met Patty that there was another group of pretty formidable women that showed up once again at our greenhouse project in Austin, or Chelsea, Massachusetts. They too saw a better way, and they too said, we're going to embrace it. That was, for many of you, you might remember Renee Lohman. And Renee Lohman and the other women that were with her, they said, we're going to form Navigator Homes, and we're going to do this. We brought the two together. And then I met David McDonough. And David stepped into a position where he could hold on to that vision, and he could really help to orchestrate and see, how do we get this to the finish line? I'm just meeting you today, Denise, but what a privilege it is, and what a pleasure to know of the leadership that's there at the top, and all the others from USDA that has supported it, to what you are doing in DC. And I can tell you, as a DC metro area resident, we don't have a clue what goes on in Martha's Vineyard. I'm just learning, and it's been quite a ride, literally, to get here. And it is my first experience, and it will not be my last. Thank you to each of you who have played a role in it. But I have to ask a question. How many have actually seen a greenhouse